yet again, a wider war in Europe.
Kurt Volker, thank you so much for coming on the programme. As always, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, let's speak now to Michal Baranowski, German Marshall Fund East and Regional Director. Thank you for coming on the programme.
Great to be with you.
So what's your, I'll just ask the similar kind of headline, if you like. What are your top thoughts as this summit gets underway?
Well, it's fun to connect with you and speak right after Ambassador Volker. Kurt is a friend, and actually we share a lot of the views. I'm joining you from Washington, but as you said, I come from Warsaw. So the war there is much, much closer. We see the strategic importance of the war, but it's also the human dimension. So, one of the absolutely key aspects that this summit will have to nail is very concrete military aid when it comes to air and missile defense to Ukraine and providing it fast enough. The alliance cannot just celebrate, which is overall theme of this summit, 75 years of the alliance. But for the alliance to reach 80, 85, and hopefully 150 years, we'll need to deal with the current problem, which is Russia and its super aggressive behavior, not only in Ukraine. We see this war, but there is a number of attacks already under the threshold of so-called Article 5, so under the threshold of war throughout alliance already in the Baltic states, in Poland, but also further to the west in Europe. And alliance will have to address that. So Ukraine addressing attacks on the alliance already. And third, as Kurt pointed out, if we do not stop Putin in Ukraine, we'll have Putin's angry army on our shores and on our borders. So what the alliance has to do is also very clearly show forces that will be able to defend the eastern flank of the alliance.
And you mentioned Poland, and I do, while I've got you, want to ask you specifically about the role there. We've seen that security agreement in Warsaw signed between Ukraine and Poland. Is this a sense and a sign of a growing importance strategically of the role of Poland here?
Poland is an absolutely key country for the defense of the eastern flank of the alliance itself. We are working very closely with Ukraine. That's why you saw President Zelensky stopping in Warsaw on the way to Washington, because Poland has been one of the countries that provided the most of military aid. We are also hosting millions of Ukrainian refugees. And that's building up the strength of the eastern flank that is facing Russia most directly. As you know, also, I'm sure Poland is spending 4% of our GDP on defense. That's actually more than the United States. And that's because Polish politicians, but also the society understands that if we don't spend on security now, we'll have to spend much more on security in the future.
Michal Baranowski, thank you very much for coming on the programme. Thank you.
Thank you very much.